Alright guys, just a quick video on relatively recent price action in gold and silver. I don't know if you've noticed, but in terms of price action, gold has actually been outperforming silver. And it's been doing that for say the last 6 to 4 months. I mean, ever since December, gold's been seeing gains and silver hasn't really. And I just wanted just to speculate on probably why that's happening. I mean, I think it's happening because the smart money's moving into gold. So the high net worth individuals, the hedge funds, the guys who are really inside. Obviously, they can see what's happening in the economy, and now they're moving into gold. So we've had this debate on YouTube for a while now whether silver's better or gold's better. The big boys are going for gold. So gold is what the big boys are going for. So, that's really where it is. Don't get me wrong, silver is going to follow at some point, but for now, the smart money is going into gold. Gold is is the top safe haven with no counterparty risk. Um, bonds are there as well. That's more sort of institutional grace, but still paper. So you still got the counterparty risk there, whereas gold does not have that. Gold is the one. So what I think is going to happen is gold. It's going to be volatile. There's going to be ups and downs, but the general trend now for gold going into 2020 is up. 2020 again is going to be another good year for gold because we've got a lot of economic uncertainty out there. Look, the stock market's been going up for 10 years straight. And now even the Fed had to come out and say, look, we have to maybe stop raising interest rates, and we have to stop this QT, quantitative tightening, which is the opposite to QE. Whether or not that's true, I don't know, but that's what they're indicating. And because of that, the stock market is rallying. But then at the same time, gold is rallying as well, and so's the dollar. Some, one of them's got to be wrong, and I don't think it's gold. So I think we're going to continue to see gains there as the big boys invest in gold, and their central banks, they keep picking this stuff up. Eventually, silver's going to catch up, and this is going to be in the time period where the man on the street starts to recognize what's going on. And then, they're probably going to want to go for gold, but gold's either going to be too expensive at that time, or it's going to be very, very difficult to get a hold of. And then they're going to go for gold, and so are the institutional investors as well. When gold becomes kind of out of touch, people are going to start looking at silver, and then that's when we're going to see the rise in silver. Because they say that gold is the money of kings, and silver is the money of gentlemen, right? So first, now these institutional guys, they're getting it. The price is going up. Then eventually silver's going to follow and potentially outperform, because silver's going to be more accessible to more people, more investors. So that's the situation with that. We've got this trade decision that's supposed to be coming up in March, in the 1st of March. So I think you guys need to watch out for that. That's going to be important. So because what happened was Trump, if you remember, Trump went and met with Xi Jinping, the president of China, and then they said they're going to have a truce on the trade war for 90 days, and they're going to try and come up with a solution. So the deadline for that is the 1st of March. And so we're either going to get an extension or we're going to get no deal. There's no way we're going to get a positive outcome from these trade talks. So don't believe anything Trump's saying, oh, it's going positive, blah, blah, blah. No, that's just rubbish. That's for the media. Right, so it's going to be an extension or no deal. I think it's going to be an extension. They're just going to kick the can, because there's no way they're going to get a good deal with China, right? So, I mean, it's 50-50. He could just come out and say no deal. But at the end of the day, the stock market's been going up for 10 years straight. And they need a reason to crash this thing, to bring it down. So that because look, people are like, oh yeah, they don't want to crash it. Of course they want to crash it, because then things get cheap and they can take their money out of hiding and buy the things for cheap. Look, these guys don't like to buy stuff expensive. They want to crash the market to make it cheap so they can get in and buy more. Just like when what's his name, Rothschild. Everyone's heard about Rothschild when the Battle of Waterloo happened, and then he started speculating that what's his name, Napoleon won the war, and everyone started selling, and he was selling to make everyone sell. And then when it was sold down to low prices, then he bought it back up for cheap. So this is what they want to do. So if you think, oh yeah, we're gonna get a good result out of these trade deals, forget it. This is just more propaganda, more theatre, because they've already made the decision. They already know it's just theatre for the public on whether or not we're gonna get a good trade result. So we won't. So I think we'll probably get an extension on the 1st of March. I think the bigger deal is Brexit. And that's the end of March, the 31st of March. Now, I live in London, so I can see what's going on. And just in terms of the price of gold, in London, like in the UK, and in euros as well. So in pound and euros, the price has just shot up for gold. And that's because investors are anticipating a no deal situation. But people don't understand that it doesn't matter if we get a deal or no deal situation, only because the deal that we have on the table is a bad deal. If we take this deal, we're effectively signing into slavery to Europe. If we take the deal, this is what people don't understand. But then at the same time, if we go into a no deal situation, the economy's really gonna get hit. And there's going to be a lot of problems in the country. And then people are going to want a solution, because let's face it, we're all soft. No one wants to take the pain. We're all just at home watching television, living our lives, going to the supermarket. It's all soft out here. No one wants the pain, right? So if we get a no deal, after a couple of months, maybe 6 months, 12 months of pain, people are just going to want a solution. And then the government's going to come with a solution that, again, is going to be to the detriment of the general public. But the businesses and the politicians are all going to do well out of it. The EU is going to do well out of it. So whether we leave, EU means Germany and France, more Germany, right? So if we leave the EU with WTO, it's effectively the same as us really signing up to this deal. So come on, you know how they do it, right? You can either have a Snickers or a Mars. Yeah, those are chocolate bars in the UK. You think they're different, but they're actually owned by the same company. So it doesn't matter which one you choose. They're always winning. So, so it's going to be an interesting 2019, 2020, guys. Look, mate, if you haven't got gold, you need to start getting gold and silver right now. Don't wait, just get it. Silver's still cheap, guys. Get it, alright? Keep stacking.